Good morning, everybody. This is Vince with Listings to Leads. Let's give it just a minute and we will get started. Got the seat here. So this is our Get Started class. And please, in the comment section, let me know how long you've been with us and also where are you in the country. And if you want, let me know if you're looking for more buyers or if you're looking for more listings. Our platform does both. So if you want to put that in, hi, Stacy. If you want to put that in the comments panel, then I'll at least have a little bit of background. So before we get into all of this, we're Listings Leads, been doing this for 16 years. We're designed to help realtors. That's our core focus. We have advertising for social media, free social media, paid ads. We have email tools and we have print tools. We can help you go out and if you have listings, we have ways to really maximize those, turn them into more listings, definitely get you more buyers. And if you don't have listings, we still have a lot of ways to help you get more buyers and more listings. So when we scroll down our webpage, you'll see on the left, these are some of the automated marketing tools that we have. Easy Facebook ads, easy Instagram and Google ads. We have marketing funnels in the shape of listing tools, PDF guides, and landing pages. We do create single property websites and virtual tours. We even auto upload to YouTube for you. If you have your own YouTube channel, you connect in your account and we can auto upload to your channel too. We also have a section called social content, and that's really useful, free information that you set and forget. This will go out to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, X, and even Google My Business. And it's really helpful on some of those platforms. We'll look at all this. We've got print tools, just sold postcards, nearby homeowner letters, door hangers for things, for FSBOs, for expireds, even for home values. So there's just a lot of tools to help you hit your market. On the right-hand side of this page, you can see that we're also focused on giving you ways to convert the leads, right? To turn those into actual transactions. And some of that is there's an email drip campaign. There is an add-on, which is AI text follow-up, which is super powerful. And we have like email blasting stuff, tools to help engage your leads once you have them. I will say this about the AI text follow-up. It's almost a year old. So I don't know if it's exactly new, but not everybody knows about it. But if you're an agent who is focused on running ads on Facebook, you will quickly realize that you're getting leads with name, email, and phone number. And the AI is working those leads and converting 11% of those leads to phone calls. And I think a lot of agents they're excited to work with us because they start capturing leads, but then they're often thinking about how do I convert them? And a good email campaign, we have a great email campaign that helps, but our AI text follow-up is even better. Let's see what we've got here. I see some responses. Let's jump into this and see what we got here. Andrea's in Houston looking for both buyers and sellers. St. Augustine, Carly needs more listings. Okay, cool. Andrea's been around off and on, and Mike from Milwaukee, Texas. Yeah, okay, cool. And we've got a few people here from Delaware. Cool. I used to live out there in Greenville maybe 10 years ago. Let's get into the system and let's talk about how you actually get in the platform. So if you are a client, you may have already gone through this, but I definitely want to make sure it all gets done correctly. And there's a wizard when you sign up. So if you are not a client, you come to our website and you get a 14-day free trial and you choose your plan as an agent. If you need team plans, then you reach out to me, Vince at Listings to Leads. My contact info is on the website. But as soon as you start your trial, we drop you on a wizard, right? A setup wizard. And it's going to ask for your photograph. So you put your photograph there. And we already asked for your name and email, so that'll be there. But you might want to put your number there if you need your license number or what state license. You can put it there. If there's not a red asterisk, you don't need to have something there. It's there just in case. The next page will be what's your company information, right? So put your logo there. We've got the branding color schemes for a lot of the major franchises in the country. So you can choose that, or you can customize it if you're with a boutique independent shop. And again, if you need these fields in here, you can add them. Here, the next page is where we get more of what can help. And so This is social media auto posting. So from here, we're going to auto post your listings to your socials. We're going to also auto post a few of our landing pages. Like what is your home worth, new construction, and first time home buyer, right? So you click here. This one, the Facebook one's confusing because you connect. It says, hey, is this you with your name? And you say yes. And then the second page says, okay, what business pages? So we are only going to auto post to your business pages. That's the terms of service for Facebook. Instagram's easier, LinkedIn's easier, Twitter's easy. Google My Business is really useful. If you don't have it, you should really get that going. Right. And now, like I said, if you have your own YouTube channel, you can connect it here. Just an FYI, if you're using Gmail, you actually have a YouTube channel. You just maybe never dusted it off. So you can brand those, you put your logo and you can put your headshot over there on YouTube. And that's just really good marketing story, right? To tell people, yeah, I have my own YouTube channel and I put your listings on there. We have our own YouTube channel. We create a virtual tour for every listing and it goes on our channel. So it can go on yours. This section here, we're asking you to connect to Facebook again. And this is where we're connecting to your ad account. We have a Facebook software auto embedded in the platform. And it's really easy and very important actually to be running Facebook ads. I'll show you why in a couple of minutes. Now, the next page, and I think this is where it gets confusing, is we're asking you to connect to social media. And that's because we're doing content here, right? We're doing real estate related content. So you definitely want to connect on Facebook. We're getting feedback that the Instagram accounts of our clients are growing. So the people like this content, they're following you. And then on Google My Business, it's actually this constant refresh of content is being ranked by Google. And what's happening is these are migrating to page one on local real estate searches. So wherever you are, you could be in Myrtle Beach, you can be in Florida or Baton Rouge, wherever you are, if you've got a Google My Business and somebody is sitting at their computer saying, hey, real estate in Baton Rouge, if you've got our content hitting Google My Business, it doesn't happen in days or weeks, but it does in a few months, it will end up on page one of that Google search. So definitely take advantage of this part, the social content area. I'll show you where this is in the account. Then we ask you to choose some of the design packages, right? If you click the eyeball, you're going to see that there are many articles on here. They're all colorful. They're all conversational. And, they're not heavy reads because that's not what social media is about. And that's why people like them. That's why they start to follow your page. You've got quotes, kind of inspiration, success quotes. You've got outdoor living stuff, really, again, colorful content, home maintenance. There's even some kind of fun entertainment, sports stuff. Holidays, right? If you're in the US here, most of our clients are, or Canada or international stuff. And then here, there's like real estate meme area. So it's really simple content going out. Now, I mentioned it earlier that we have 80 PDF guides. They're all about 5 or 6 pages long, and they're all branded to you on every page. If you check those 2 boxes, we're going to auto post those throughout the year. If you work in a Spanish speaking market, we can do it in Spanish as well. And that's it. You set that up, and that's a set and forget era. So let's stop a minute to remember what we did. We got your headshot in there. We got your logo in there. We got social media auto posting turned on. So now if you drop in your MLS email, meaning the email that's actually inside your MLS, we'll start sweeping your listings in and auto posting and creating tools that are branded to you, right? If later on if you don't have your own listing, you can also use this feature inside where you're going to borrow a listing from somebody else. Often people do that if they're trying to build out their farm market, or if they're just going to sit on an open house for somebody. You just grab it, pull it in, and all the lead capture is designed for you. After that, we tell you, connect your CRM. There's a lot of APIs from the leading CRMs in the real estate industry. So you can use one of those if you have them. But we actually have our own drip campaigns, and we actually have a very high open rate, and our drip campaigns have closed appointments for people. So if you're not sure about your drip campaign or you haven't set it up, turn ours on. And then when you get yours where you need it to be, then you can connect yours later on. You can also sweep in your reviews, and definitely do that because we auto embed them in certain tools whenever they're relevant, right? So maybe they're looking at a single property website, or they're looking at a landing page for their home value. This will have your reviews sitting right there. And I think that's it. Can we ask you a few questions? So that's how you set up your account, right? You've got auto posting, you got your logo, you've got your socials connected, you got content going out. What should you do then? I asked earlier, how do I get to the page you're on? Ready, you get to that page. Let's see, I see a couple questions here. That whole setup is part of the wizard. So when you sign on for the first time, have to get walked through that. Later on, I'm on the dashboard here. You will see that those questions are sitting over here in a box, but mine are long gone, so they're not showing there. But I will point out that the PDF guides we talked about earlier are right here, right? So the PDF guides, like I said, they're 80-40 for buyers, 40 for sellers. And just to give you an idea of what our marketing is about, whether you have a landing page or whether you're looking at one of our 80 PDF guides or whether you're talking about a listing, you've got multiple ways to advertise this. And the way that you find that is you click on marketing tools, right? And I clicked on the green button that says marketing tools. And just as an FYI, whenever you see a green button, that's where we want you to go, right? Red means stop, but green means go. So we want you to click that. That's the action button. So I've clicked marketing tools. So what can I do? I can run an ad on Facebook, right? I could run an ad on Google. I could share it for free on social media. I could even do that one by one, but you know that on the previous social content area, we actually set it up for automation. So we don't even have to do this one by one. When you see the words e-flyer for your database, that means you can copy the code up here. And this is for Follow Up Boss. This has your signature. The signature looks like this. And that get your free home value and click for my reviews. Both are landing pages that can capture leads. So if you click on one of those two things, or if you click on that graphic or on that link, you're going to land somewhere where we can capture you as a lead. So copying the code here, taking it to your own CRM, blasting it out on your own leads, wherever that is, where you have it stored, that's something you want to do minimally once a week. It's not difficult to do. It'll be tricky the first 1 or 2 times that you do it. But the difference from your drip campaigns, no matter what company you're working with, ours have call to actions built in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yours have usually text and your great headshot and your phone number, people to call you. We're really using these emails to get more interaction. Now, we're still looking at a PDF guide. You've got print flyers. A lot of clients are using this in open houses. You also have postcards and door hangers. If you want to get the word out on this particular deal, you have those sorts of things. Whenever anything is done in print here, the QR code is already there. So if you're thinking mobile and you're thinking QR codes, whenever anything is in print, it could be an open house. It could be, what is your home worth? It could be this PDF guide. It could be any landing page. The QR code is auto-generated. So if you have the print tool, you're going to have the corresponding QR code there. Before we dive, that's how you market overall, right? Before we dive even deeper into the platform, I want to make sure that you've got some other things set up. So on the very top there, on the left, it says marketing calendar. And there is a daily calendar that you can take an action. And a lot of our office clients use this because, when you've got like 100 agents, who knows? 40% don't have any business going on. They could actually go in here and click listing marketing, and there's a checklist of what to do, detailed instructions here, and then the listing that you can market is right here, and you click that button, and that takes you to the action panel where you do that. So there's something to do every business day. But I really want you to get here, which is the resources tab on the very top. Here you can join our mastermind group, and our mastermind group is a private group on Facebook. And it's where we're talking, Scott and I are talking, but it's also where our clients are asking questions or sharing what they're doing, right? Here actually said, hey, I would love to see this on how to improve your credit score. And Scott's like, hey, that's a good idea. We'll do it. We've actually had so much feedback from our clients on this page that we just keep rolling out more tools to meet the demand, right? So the mastermind group, it's really worth scanning. I'd say like 15 minutes a week. You're going to see questions by other agents, or you're going to see success stories by other agents. So definitely check out our mastermind group. Also here, you can get to our YouTube channel. And just like this call, every call that we do, we record. And those are on this page here, which I definitely recommend to every new client to check out 2 or 3 or 4 rows of this, because once you understand everything that we're doing and how you can embed that in your own business, your business is going to start growing. Our tools work really well. The resource tab is up on the marketing calendar, which is the very first tab at the top left of the page here. And the mastermind group is on the resource tab. The resource tab is the third tab. When you land here, there's the calendar, presentations, get to resources. There's the mastermind group. There's the YouTube. If you want to sign up for our live classes, you can go here. You can also go to leadgenwebinars.com, and that's pointing to the same page. So if you're not a client yet and you want to join our classes, they're free. You're welcome to join us. Go to leadgenwebinars.com, and all of our classes are right here. But for those of you who are clients, get to the marketing calendar, get to the resource tab, and the mastermind group, YouTube, and live are here. So those are good to have. One thing I also recommend, since we're still in setup and learning what's going on, is go to your landing page section here. And we'll give it a second to go there. You will notice that we've already developed a bunch of landing pages for you. They're sitting there waiting at your account. And just like the PDF guide, you can click on marketing tools and start to get those out. But I do want to point out this one here. You'll notice that you can download the checklist. You can view the landing page. But I'm going to click edit. Pencil and listings to leads means edit. So I don't know where you are. I know some of you are in Delaware and some of you are in Florida and Arizona. You're all over the place. The question is, does that page right there, that background suburban driveway, does that look like your area? If it does, good, because we auto embed this in a bunch of tools. As we go through the presentation, you're going to see that. But if it doesn't, you might want to upload an image over here where it says background. That should be about 2,000 pixels wide because it's got to cover desktops when people are sitting at the computer. And you set it once there, you save it up here, and you're good to go. Just like PDF guides, you can now click marketing tools. And of course, you can share for free on social media. We actually set that up to happen on the profile in the setup wizard. You can also run ads on Facebook. You can also run ads on Google. You also have an e-flyer for your database if you want to let all those leads in your CRM know, like, hey, this is what happened, homes sold in your area, get your free home back, right? A lot of clients like to use our postcards and door hangers for this as well, because there's a QR code on it. And if you like to walk a neighborhood, you can totally do that. You don't even have to knock. People just go and hang it and just keep walking. Other clients use this, our integrated printer here called Express Copy. And Express Copy will mail it to people who've owned their homes for more than 6 years. That's a pretty smart thing to do to offer them how to get your home back. This is black up here because that would have a hole for the doorknob, but they can scan or go here and go get their free home value, right? And so it doesn't matter if it's a listing, a PDF guide, or a landing page. We've got email tools to get people to that landing page. We have print tools. We have free social media tools and paid ways, paid ads to get there as well. So the thing I want to remind you on the landing page is, number one, does that free home value picture on the top left look like your area, right? And let's go look here. I'm having issues connecting my socials. Shaban, you should check with our support team on that. Where do I stop the postings on my Google My Business? Alberto, that's probably happening from the social content area over here. And yeah, you want to stop it. But I will say this, you might want to stop it. But I know from our clients telling us that Google My Business is going to page 1 on local SEO searches because this constant refresh of content is showing up there, right? So if you click on connect social accounts up here, but you won't, I don't recommend that for Google My Business. I'm taking off some of my other non-related channels. So let's go up to the dashboard. So right now, what we've been talking about so far. Oh no, there's one more thing about landing pages. So some of you reach out to expireds and others reach out to FSBOs, and some of you do both. So we actually have pre-designed templated landing pages for both FSBOs and expireds. So if that's in your wheelhouse, click on create landing page, and here go down to expireds or to FSBOs, right? And then just click FSBO and type in the name of your favorite town, and it's created. Now, I'm not going to create one because I think I have a couple already created. So let's look at the FSBOs just so you can see it. And this landing page basically says, hey, would you like some free marketing tools? Would you like a Facebook ad? Would you like a flyer? Would you like a virtual tour? If they say yes, then we're going to ask them what's your contact information and address. And then you can start a conversation to get the information that you need to create those tools. You basically can create a listing in your account and give them the free tools. Those leads are going to go back to you, but at least you're starting a conversation. And a lot of agents, actually, we just had a new agent at EXP use this, engage with it and won the listing with our listing presentation. So there are landing pages for both buyers and sellers, but I want to talk about the easiest way to get the easiest and low cost way, right? So if you're running an ad on Facebook, so when we talked about the social media, let me slow down. When we talked about social media auto posting, we set up the wizard and I said, oh, we're going to auto post some landing pages. We're going to auto post your listing. If you're lucky, you might actually get a few free leads. It really depends on how big are those accounts. Do you have hundreds or thousands of people following you, or do you have 20, 50, or 100? If it's those smaller numbers, you're not likely going to get many leads from that. But if you have larger following, you will get free leads. However, I do want to point out what is the cheapest and fastest way to get buyer leads. With high interest rates, a lot of homes are sitting longer on the market. So I'm on the dashboard. I can click create Facebook ad, and I want to create a listing ad on a home that is for sale. I've got one here with an open house. Here's the key thing, leave it on lead ads. Lead ads means that whoever clicks on the ad, in this case on Facebook, their name, phone number, and email show up in the lead form automatically. Okay. And this here is like good to go. Open house in Danville. Text there. That number is already auto embedded. Text that number to that number, and they're going to get a mobile optimized website, and you're going to get a phone number. Okay. Now, and you'll also have the address, so you know what home they're looking. Then there's basic information that we've taken from the profile, from the property description, and boom, all you got to do is click create ad. We're definitely recommending $50 ads. We've had Facebook ad software since Facebook launched their ad platform. And we can see that clients who are spending a higher budget for 1 week get cheaper leads more often than not. I think Facebook's sort of rewarding people who are putting more money in the ad. The default ad is $35 for 7 days, which means you're going to spend $5 a day. Okay. That's all you can spend. You can't spend more than that. If you by chance make this mistake and click on daily budget, that means you're going to spend $35 a day. That's 7 times more. So don't do that unless that's what you really want to be doing. Lifetime budget means the lifetime of this ad, that's the max you're going to spend, 35. We definitely recommend 50, and we have a lot of clients running ads at 75 and $100 each. Here's the other cool thing. There's a couple cool things that I want to talk about here. One is wherever you're sitting, it's going to take the city that it's in and say, run an ad and do 15 miles. And that's good. You should do that, right? You're letting the local market know that you're a realtor, because every ad is going to be seen by 1, 2, or 3,000 people. But you also might want to do something like this, especially if I see a lot of clients here in Florida. A lot of people like to move from New York to Florida. So if I type in New York, this ad's going to show in a 15-mile radius. I would probably say, hey, make that a 30-mile radius and make that a $50 or a $100 ad. And I'll tell you this, because I talk to agents every week. have a client who has a really beautiful home for sale in Southern Florida, runs local ads, gets leads. Those leads don't really want to talk to him, right? Takes the same exact listing, runs the same exact ad, but targets New York City, and all those people want to talk. There's just different dynamics there, right? And so some of you are sitting in parts of Texas and other states where maybe people are moving from other states. Maybe you're in an area where it's a second home and you want to market a city that's maybe a couple hundred miles away where people like to buy second homes. That's how you do it right there. You change that location. Don't have multiple locations in there. That's usually going to like mess you up. Okay. One other thing I will say, and this is tricky, and if you want the email, you can email me Vincent Listings to Leads, and I'll show you a 6-minute video. It's actually on our channel here, and it's a short one. Let me find it. This is really an important video. I have it inside my email, but let me see it here. I think he calls it, Facebook ad cheat sheet. It's a 6-minute video. Okay. And I'm going to send this to everybody who's at least is on this call, right? Because this is what you should be checking out before you run any ad. And here's why. When you're running an ad on Facebook, you're doing it through our system, ideally. And all these photos, maybe you paid a professional photographer, right? And they go through and they take 4 or 5 pictures of the front of the house as you're walking up to the house. It tells a story. The problem is that these photos might be showing the front of the house 4 different times, and that's not really helping you. So you click over here where it says change template, and then you click this pencil, and now you can change the images that are here. So this will pull up all of the photos that are coming from the listing. And now you can select which photographs are going to go in which area. So I'll just choose this one just to show an example. And now that kind of shows, and one thing, and I've seen this work over in Texas specifically, is if you have a nice swimming pool to have that front and center, maybe even the front photograph, because in hot areas, people want to get in the water. That just makes an ad work really well. Once you save that, the background picture that's in gray in the back, that will be updated. And then whenever you run the ad, it's got the right photos that are going to get the most bang for your buck on the ads. So what we've been going through right now is talking about the easiest and cheapest ways to get ads. Now, to get buyer leads. And that is by marketing home that's for sale, just listed, or open house. Let's talk about the easiest way to get listing leads. And not only easy, but the cheapest. And I want to point out that I do a class every 2 weeks called Top Tools for More Listing. You might want to check that out because that really discusses, the top ways of getting more listings, but really talks about how far, right? There are so many tools in listings to leads. How do you use those tools to get to farm an area, to get listings, right? To build that out. So from here, what I was trying to show you is how to run an ad. And I think I've been clicking around so many places. Let's clean this up a little bit. I've got an open house here. I'm going to click on market listing, right? And I'm going to do a Facebook ad. Sorry, we did this. Sorry. We want to do a sold. So if you're marketing a home that is sold or pending or under contract, you're going to see that the call to action is actually designed to get you more listings. So this one's sold down here. And while we're here, let me point this out. You see this page, this little drop down, there's all kinds of statuses. And some of your MLSs do not give us all the updates. So if they don't, go in here and check because you get new marketing tools every time you update this. And so I've got one that is sold and I'm going to market that because that's going to get us listing leads. And the easiest way is Facebook. Okay. And so if I'm on Facebook and all I got to do is click Facebook and Instagram and we're pre-writing everything, we're checking every box that you need. And literally this right here, all you need to do is click create an ad. Boom, it's done. You do want the right photographs, right? I went through and did those earlier. You don't really need to market this in other areas. This is going to be a local area, right? You're saying, hey, I sold a home in your town. That affects your home value. So you want that to be a local ad. There are a couple things you can do. If you click in this box here, there are a couple things that can improve this. And that might be saying something like, hey, obviously this has to be factually correct, but send sold above asking, right? If you put that there, oddly enough, I've had clients recently say, oh no, we were in contract in 10 days. If that's happening, you want to tell people that because you're getting top dollar and you're doing it quickly, right? So things like that, multiple offers, 5 offers, whatever, right? It's letting people know that you are really effective at selling homes, right? That can make that ad work a little bit better. But I've had clients get listing leads from just doing it without making any modification, just like that. Okay. We do a $50 ad. So let's talk a little bit about Facebook and Instagram. And Facebook leads, buyer leads cost $3 each on average. I think in Florida, they're actually a little bit more. You've got a lot of competition there. But I know across the country, they're on average $3 each. Seller leads, when you're marketing a home like this, that is sold property, these leads can cost $7 each, not 3. And you might want to test out running an ad on a home that is pending or under contract, right? This is active contingent, which is like pending, right? And I'm gonna just change it to pending real fast. And at this point, boom, we're gonna auto post it to your socials, and it's gonna say pending. We're gonna give you a whole nother stack of tools to market, and those are gonna say pending. And then we can run an ad that says this home is pending. And I want you to see that because whether it's pending or sold or under contract, it's always gonna say, hey, when that closes, that's going to affect your home. Click here for your home. When you do a sold ad, I think that's easier for people to understand. When you're doing a pending ad, even though we've pre-written it, sometimes people don't know what it is. So sometimes you don't get great results. But I do want to show you how you do it because here's a big reason why. These leads can often be cheaper than the sold leads. Remember I said when you run a sold ad on a property, those leads cost $7 each. When you run an ad on a home that is pending or under contract, it's saying the same thing. It's saying, hey, it's pending, it's going to close, it's going to affect your home value. But because not many agents run this kind of ad, we've seen these leads come in at $3.85. That's for a name, number, and email of somebody that wants their home value. We immediately drop them on the page to get their home value, but you're getting that contact information first. So you might want to test this. You definitely want to run ads on properties that are just listed. You want to run them again on open house marketing, and you want to run them minimally on sold properties if you want more listing. But you might want to test out under contract and pending ads as well. While we're here looking at, this is our listing marketing. We talked about Facebook ads, but let's just go through here a little bit. We're on the setup wizard. We already set it up to where we're going to auto post it to your social medias already, right? It looks like an ad, right? Looks very similar. You can click on it and we can capture leads, right? If they're early stage posts, we're going to capture buyer leads. If they're later stage posts, we're going to capture seller leads. But like I said, you may not have a big following on social media, so this might not capture any leads at all. We also create tools for the homeowner, and I definitely recommend using this if you like referrals, because this is a free tool that we send to you. We give you the instructions on how to give it to your homeowner. And now they can get if they put it on their wall, their friends and family and colleagues are going to see that. They're going to see that you were their realtor. And then when they click on it, they can get their free home value, which is great because you actually have some connectivity. But here is something that's very important called the nearby home. And this is a really key tool. This is our number one tool. So I mentioned that I do a class for top tools for more listings. This is number one on that list. And this is a piece of paper. Okay. It's not digital. It's not on social media. You literally mail it to people or you door knock it for people who live in the neighborhood, right? If you use our integrated printer, Express Copy here, they will mail it for you only to people with more than 6 years home ownership. Okay. Which is a very smart thing to do, right? You can say 1 or 2 or 3 miles or 4 miles, only send it to homeowners that have owned their home for more than 4 years, 6 years. Okay. Boom. Done very quickly, just like that. Right. Now, a lot of our clients will use this when there's an open house because it'll say, hey, there's an open house this weekend. Go check it out. Come by. But that affects your home value. Go here to get your free home value. So clients actually get listings from their open house marketing. But most of our clients use this whenever they have property that is just listed or a property that is just sold. Okay. Same property, letter looks almost the same. It's just got different text on it. And this lady right here, Pat from Louisiana, she always mails out a batch of 100 every time she has something just listed and every time she has something just sold. And she's been talking in our mastermind group for probably 14 years. Okay. And she's always saying, hey, I'm mailing this letter out and I got more listing. But I want to show you what she does. She does not use Express Copy. She has her own list that she bought from Remine or RedX or List Source or wherever. She prints them and then she prints on the back. Okay. And when she prints on the back, she hand folds them and hand writes these. This is more likely going to get opened than the letter from Express Copy, right? Because the one from Express Copy looks a little more generic. Why would this lady go through this effort when we can do it in 3 clicks over with Express Copy? It's because the first batch of 100 got 4 homeowners calling her, not even doing it themselves, just calling her. And this batch, which is a sold batch, had another 4 homeowners. All 8 of those people wanted to sell their home with her. And this is by leveraging one of her listings and 200 pieces of mail. So there are options to use this in your right home. So I see a question here. What could be causing our social media content to duplicate posts and switching to our team? Deanna, you should email me. I'm not quite sure. I'd have to look at that. And Wanda, this is being recorded. And like I said, it will be on our YouTube channel, probably on our live page here, right? We do move them back to the other one, but I think this call is, that's not in here. It's going to be somewhere in here, right? So that's the Near Right Homeowner letter we were talking about. We also have postcards and door hangers, right? Which maybe just sold postcards or really you want to mail those. Express Copy will mail it to people with equity. We have eFlyer for your database. And if you're somebody with hundreds or thousands of leads in a database, you want to be copying, which this is the copy button up here, copy the code for this flyer because this has multiple call to actions. These first 3, boom, all to the single property website, all capture leads. Every flyer is going to say that's going to affect your home value. Click here and land on our landing page, which gets instant home value, capturing leads. This captures leads. So one email has a lot of lead capture, call to actions built in. Now we also create single property websites and virtual tours. We email them to you. You can share them if you want. We have a very powerful open house marketing toolkit. And I want to stop there for a moment because there are a number of things that are killing it right now in this market. And what I mean by killing it is like creating business for our clients. 1 is Facebook ads. 2 is open house marketing. And our open house marketing is getting more listings for our clients. Our clients are actually, we've heard this from multiple teams. They are running 2 to 3 $50 ads every week. They are holding 2 to 4 open houses every week, even if they're borrowing the listings to do it, because our open house marketing is finding more buyers and more listings and getting those leads back to the agent, right? The guy who's the person who's sitting there. So this is an open house sign-in form. I have there's an awesome video that I have in an email that is on our YouTube channel. You can look for open house marketing. I'm not quite sure what we call that, but when Brian Mathewson, one of our office owners, one of our office clients, and it is very strategic about how to use our system and his own system to get more business from open house marketing. I talk to agents 5 days a week. And there are a lot of agents that don't want to do open houses. And I actually was talking to somebody who said, yeah, I did one and like one person came. You want to give yourself more than 24 hours to run an ad, right? You want to run an ad for 5 days. You want to door knock the nearby homeowner letter. You even have some other tools that will really showcase. So if you email me for the open house email that I have, it will talk about using this video on the TV in the home, right? Or maybe on your laptop. This is the media library, and there is a pre-made 5-minute commercial, which is basically our listing presentation. Now, you could use it if you wanted to, like, have somebody sit and watch a movie with you, but you can actually have this running on the TV. So if you can imagine, you've used the nearby homeowner letter. Maybe you took a 50 or 100 out. You told the neighbors, like, hey, I've got an open house this weekend. Why don't you come by? The letter already offers them their own home value, so they can get their own home value. So if they're coming in to see what you're doing to sell a home, you're going to have this big commercial running, and it's telling what you do. It doesn't tell them Listings to Leads is helping you. It doesn't tell them that Listings to Leads is doing all this automatically for you. It's just saying, this is what I do to sell homes. And this story is very different from what the average realtor is doing to sell a home. So you want to find this, and you definitely want to be using this if you want to get more listings through your open houses. Remember when I talked about the PDF guides earlier? There's another part of this, which is the open house story that, I want you to see right now. And that is that there are 80 PDF guides, 40 for buyers and 40 for sellers. And you can click on marketing tools on any of these, and you will notice that there's a print flyer for every one of them. And you want to download 4 or 5, maybe 6 of these, and then go over to Office Depot or wherever you buy those little frames, the acrylic frames and their tabletops, and you put this in there, and you have a different flyer for a different PDF guide in a different room. Some clients put them in the laundry room. Some people put them in the office. Some people will put one, where, let's see here. Let's see if we can pull it. Wherever, you want. You don't need it right next to you because you're there, right? They're going to see you. But this is branded to you. So if you can imagine, you've got a 5-minute commercial running on the TV. You've got a branded page with your logo, your colors, your headshot, and they can download this report for free as long as they give you their information, right? So you're capturing leads and branding yourself at the open house. We've had a lot of clients go through this, and they're all saying, yeah, everybody is impressed with what we're doing, and we're getting more listings as a result. So definitely, you can email me, Vince at Listings to Leads, if you want that open house thing. There's another thing that's killing it, and that is our listing presentation. And as I said, I talk to agents every week. Every agent that I have spoken to, I ask them, do you have a listing presentation coming up? And they say yes or no. If they say no, I will tell them, hey, there's a listing presentation already sitting here waiting for you. And if you don't have time to create one for a particular home, this is going to be super useful, super helpful. And we've had clients closing listings on this listing appointments all the time for many years. But here we started to launch it in Flipbook. And so this is like an online magazine, right? This is actually the Flipbook version of that 4-minute commercial, that 5-minute commercial we were just looking. It's just it's a readable format instead of a video. And this thing works in every case. Now, this is the generic one. You all have this sitting in your account ready for you, right? But I also want to point out that if you are going on a listing presentation, you can actually go here, click add listing, do it manually. And instead of adding a listing as open house or just listed, you want to change the status. I'll give you a second to get there, to listing presentation. This way we won't want to post it. Put the home here, say beautiful home in whatever city, put the address. We'll put that on the cover, right? And then say beautiful home in like Orlando, wherever it is. But once you've done that, now you have a listing in your account. Mine says listing presentation. And now we have a listing presentation that is for a particular home and homeowner. This is winning listing presentations every time. We actually have a lady, Tamara from Florida. She a new broker client. So she's got a team account. I think she's won 4 listings in 4 weeks with this. She created this each time. So it says complete marketing plan for this address. If you have the homeowner's name, it would say for their name at this, right? Then it's branded to you. And it's the same listing presentation, right? But you can say, this is what your home's going to look like on social media. It's going to look like this over on YouTube, right? And you go through, I got print marketing, nearby homeowner alerts, all the things I'm showing you. It's not saying listings to leads is doing this. It's just like, this is what I do when you list with me. And then when you get them to this page right here with the QR codes, stop here and say, hey, homeowner, take a picture of this with your smartphone and see what happens. What happens is a link pops up automatically. They click on it and their home is showing on their phone. And that will also capture leads, right? This page right here is what's closing these listing presentations. Okay. You can keep going through it. And we talk about marketing through various stages coming soon. By the way, if you cannot market coming soon in your area or your state, you can go to your preferences and take that out. So that page just is removed. Then there's just listed open house, normal marketing, right? Just goes through that. This, if you're going on a listing presentation, if you don't remember how to do this, ping our support team. It's very easy to do. It's winning listings all over the place. Yes, you can send that video to the client. It's actually, you'll find it over on YouTube by looking at that name. So that is in the media library. And what we really recommend is that you have your own YouTube channel. You go here to media from L to L. It's the 100 plus marketing plan. And it's already on our channel, but you're welcome to download it and put it on your channel. But you can just go look for this title right here and you'll find it. So let's say you're at an open house and you got the smart TV and you just pull up YouTube. You can point to that. It'll be on our channel. Nobody's going to see it. They won't see the name once the video is running. If I'm working with a small local builder, can I market the homes that in the, yes, yeah, you can, Andrea. That's a good question. Let me address that. And by the way, that's the bulk of what I wanted to hear. So if you have questions and I haven't, even if what isn't what I've spoken about, please put it in the comments panel here. I do want to show you a little bit about new construction. So if you recall, when we set up the account, I said we're going to auto post your listings and a few landing pages to your socials, right? So you go and you connect your socials, and the 3 landing pages that we create, they're already sitting in your account. If I click edit, you'll see that this is the new construction landing page. And a lot of agents, they like to create a new construction landing page and then they go run an ad on it. And sometimes they don't get very good results, right? So I want to just point this out and walk you through how to get good results. So you could customize this to say whatever you want, right? Hey, there's incentives. You might even have a video showing the neighborhood. You might be talking in the video, right? You can do all those sorts of things. You can change text to speak to your area. However, you would get better results. And Andrea, you're talking about a marketing home that's still being framed, right? You might get some pictures of the model home, right? Maybe that's completed. And you could instead create a listing. Even if it's not on the MLS, you can do it manually or you can grab it. It's on the MLS. And you can create that listing. And then when you run the ad, let's look here. I've got an active listing here. I'm going to run an ad. And let's say that this was it was new construction, right? And when you're running the ad, a smarter way than creating a landing page and using that, you get more leads when you do it this way. Maybe you click in the box and you say, new home, right? New home or new construction. And click before. You could also say builder incentives, right? Because that's a big deal. That's getting homes sold. They're dealing with inventory. You could say 3.5 5% loan because I know I've seen that. And people are going to, whatever they're doing, sometimes it's new custom high-end things like that. But you can change that to speak to that home. You would get cheaper and more leads doing it this way than creating a landing page. Okay. Yeah, that's what I would do, Andrea. Are there any other questions again? Where is this video again? This video, are you talking about the one in the media library? That's in the media library. This video, the recording of this call will be on our YouTube channel. A couple of other things. If you are thinking of, if you're talking to other agents and you need a team account, okay, good. We have team accounts. Email me, Vincent Listings to Leads. We also have an affiliate program. Some of you are coaching or working with other groups. You get a referral fee if they sign up on this link. That's very easy. I think I sent this to everybody. I'm going to send it to you now because the live here, I'm going to send you the link to this page right here. And if you go either here, you scroll down here, you can sign up for new classes, but you can also watch the older ones. And you're going to get a return on the time that you invest here. Our platform has so many ways to help you grow your business, help you build your brand, and help you market listings and help you get more buyers and selling. You do need to know how to use it. Right? And that's why this YouTube channel is just invaluable. There's pages on videos. And I know that I appreciate you guys hanging out for nearly an hour with me today, but we also have a shorts page. And these videos are 1 minute long, and you can really get the system in bite-sized leads here. So I definitely recommend following us here on our shorts channel or over on Instagram, because you can see these things very quickly, right? So again, I don't see more questions. So thank you for joining me here today. This call is being recorded. It will be on our videos page. It'll probably be on our live page as well. If you're using our Facebook ad software, you will find that let me just show you real quick. When you're running an ad on Facebook with our software, everybody who clicks on the ad, whoever it is in Facebook, their name, email, and phone number pops up right in front. Would you like the information on this open house? Yes. Would you like your home value? Would you like whatever it is that we're offering? Would you like to download that for free? Yes. But their name, phone number, and email is sitting right there, and it says, yes, submit my info. So when they're responding to these ads, they are looking at their name, email, and phone number and sending it to you. And you would think, wow, I can call them right now, and they're going to be ready to talk to me. And you would be disappointed because they don't know who you are. And this form here that we're looking at, it's pre-filled. So they don't know who you are. They know they sent it to you. You can call them in 60 seconds. They're going to say, I don't know what you're talking about. Why is that happening? That's because there's so many scams in this world. There's scams in your email. There's scams in your text, scams in your phone calls, scams. Our partner over here, she got scammed out of her social security number. Okay. Like, how horrible is that? Okay. There's a lot of scams. That's why we really recommend our AI text follow-up, because it's converting 11% of our leads to phone calls. You can text them yourself, right? You're going to get those people warmed up so they're ready for a call. They might say, hey, I'm tired of texting. Can we talk? That's a good time to set up a phone call. Our AI text follow-up will do that for you. If you're new to us, just run a few ads, text your leads. You're going to get better results if you do, and then call them after a few texts, right? But if you call them right away and they say, hey, I don't know, no thanks, they're not going to want to talk to you. That's just human nature. There's scams. God, just don't turn on the news and listen to how many scams there are today. So anyway, everybody, thank you so much. What do we do next? They are not ready to talk. Yeah. So you text them first. Yeah. You text them first. I did get the listing. Oh, Valerie, you got that? Oh, cool. Yeah. So Valerie and I were talking last Friday. And where was that, Valerie? I forgot where that was. Valerie's a new client of ours. And just like I said, I talk to new clients all the time. And I said, are you going on a listing presentation? What was the story behind that? I forgot that. Yeah, in Franklin, New Jersey. Okay. And yeah, that listing presentation, it's hard to beat. It's really hard to beat. You have a lot of value. I know that, right? And that's going to make it really helpful. This thing is really hard to compete against. It's very thorough, right? You didn't get the lake one, but the second one you got. Oh, got it. Okay, got it. Yeah, yeah. I remember because now I remember that was sold, Valerie, before you even went on that listing presentation. You were just hoping because somebody offered them the money on it before she even spoke. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. That's so everybody, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Don't forget on lead gen webinars, you can sign up for our other classes. And don't forget that every class is recorded and sitting on our YouTube channel. So, if our schedule doesn't work with you, oh, you got that? Yeah. So, yeah, Valerie got that listing. It's over 500K. Congrats to you, Valerie. That's awesome. Okay, everybody. Thanks so much. We have a great support team. If you need a team account, reach out to me. If you want our open house email, or if you want the listing presentation email, I have in a format as well. So I'll send you my email right now. It is Vince at Listings to Leads. It's on our website somewhere too. And I'll tell you this, it's early to tell you, but when it comes to Facebook ads, there's something I usually say after the holidays or when the holidays are beginning. Like now that summer vacation is over, realtors go back to work, right? So your competition is going to hit the market. Your leads probably going to start costing. And right around Thanksgiving, a good bulk of your competitors are going to take a nap until spring. That's when lead cost on Facebook can really drop. We've seen it drop by 50, even 90%. So don't forget the pricing on Facebook leads and Google leads. It's kind of somehow set with a bargaining concept, or not bargaining, auction. Yeah. So when you have more competition, your leads cost more. When you have less, they cost less. And over the holidays, just remember this later on, your leads can get a lot cheaper. Anyway, thanks so much for hanging out with me. Have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.